Some local businesses are feeling the pressure to fill job vacancies, which seem to just linger these days.
Yeah, fueled by the pandemic, it's part of a growing demand for workers as help wanted signs appear in windows across the country. Mike McDaniel continues our series on where are the workers and what it means for the businesses trying to attract them.
When Nicholas Oseguera put a help wanted sign in the window of El Paso Mexican Grill in New Orleans, he was serious about that ASAP part.
If the interview goes good, I mean, if they want to work that night, if they can work that night, then, by all means, come on in.
The problem is, not many interviews are happening at the Magazine Street restaurant.
It kind of just seems like people just don't want to be servers at the moment.
A lagging labor force is an issue across the economy, leading to things like higher prices and internal challenges for businesses.
Anytime we have a mismatch between available workers and available jobs, that can create frictions in the economy. So we're seeing that right now with these labor shortages. Tulane University Associate Professor of Economics Patrick Button says that friction could end up hurting businesses as they try to fight off pandemic burdens. They're going to have jobs that they can't fill. That's going to create difficulties at work. That's going to put a lot of stress on an already stressed business. With only 3 regular servers and 1 part-time, hours of operation at El Paso Mexican Grill are cut back right now. Oseguera may be the manager, but these days he also fills in as bartender, server, and cook.
We can't just stop everything because we ain't got workers. We got to keep going, Bills don't stop, the rent don't stop, and, payroll don't stop.
When the restaurant opened during the pandemic last summer, Oseguera says staffing was not an issue. Between COVID restrictions and Hurricane Ida, Oseguera says there was less money to be made, and staff started quitting.
Restaurants all around here are dealing with it.
The U.S. Department of Labor reports the number of people quitting their jobs jumped to 4.3 million in August. That's the highest on record dating back to December 2000 and makes up about 3% of the workforce. A big portion of that increase, people who worked in places like bars, restaurants, and retail stores.
I think it's just a big shift in how we think of work.
Button says pandemic impacts like childcare, senior care, and virtual learning are big reasons for that shift because a 9-to-5 work mentality is being eroded away. Button says job vacancies are increasing across the country.
So that means that some people are leaving their jobs to find other jobs. Some people are leaving the workforce entirely. Some people are negotiating with their employers.
Button says workplace flexibility and better benefits are driving forces as potential workers seek out those new jobs. He says many aren't rushing to the next opportunity, instead waiting for the right one.
They're able to take positions that offer higher wages, better benefits, or in most cases are looking for work that's more fulfilling.
I haven't seen this in the industry before where they're in demand way more than, the supply is.
Workers are one of the main ingredients needed at Nola Pizza Company and Nola Brewing Company.
You go onto the job boards and you see 30 or 40 positions every single week, everywhere from pizza places like ours to 5-star restaurants.
President and Chief Operating Officer Dylan Lintern says some workers had to be furloughed during the pandemic. Most have been hired back, but not all of them.
Some of them moved on to other careers and other focuses, but we did bring back the majority of them.
Lintern says business hasn't been impacted too much just yet, but with plans to expand, getting staff on board could create some challenges.
The big concern would be, where we can't fully staff the operation we want to run.
Back at El Paso Mexican Grill, it's the same concern as customers start to fill up tables again. Oseguera hopes to get back to regular business hours with enough employees to work them.
We're just doing the best we can to keep this place running. If anybody wants a job, we're hiring.
Filling those positions, though, could take a little longer than expected. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
And tomorrow night, we meet a woman who quit her job during the pandemic, started her own venture, and has no plans on returning to the workforce, and she's not alone. Where Are the Workers continues tomorrow night at 10.